Tonight, the Supreme Court announcing it will hear oral arguments on the president's effort to end birthright citizenship, telling the parties to prepare to make their case in less than a month.
I am so happy. I think the case has been so misunderstood.
On Inauguration Day, President Trump signed an executive order ending birthright citizenship, even though it's protected by the 14th Amendment. Lower courts then pausing the president's efforts. It's one of several escalating battles between Trump and the courts, many focused on his immigration policy. Tonight, a federal appeals panel ripping into the administration for failing to facilitate the release of Kilmar Abrego Garcia, the undocumented migrant who was sent to a notorious prison in El Salvador because of an administrative error, a mistake the administration previously acknowledged. But the White House insists that Abrego Garcia, who has no criminal convictions, is a violent gang member. The panel of judges today saying the government is asserting a right to stash away residents of this country in foreign prisons without the semblance of due process that is the foundation of our constitutional order. Trump, who is paying El Salvador $6 million to hold Abrego Garcia and others, says it's up to that country's president to send him back. Pressed today on whether he'll take steps to return Abrego Garcia, the president punting.
Well, I'm not involved in it. I'm going to respond by saying you'll have to speak to the lawyers, the DOJ. I've heard many things about him, and we'll have to find out what the truth is.
Today, the judge is saying that whether or not Abrego Garcia is a gang member is not the issue at hand. The government asserts that he is a terrorist and a member of MS-13. They write, perhaps, but perhaps not. Regardless, he is still entitled to due process. And moments ago, this remarkable image, Maryland Senator Chris Van Hollen meeting with Abrego Garcia in El Salvador, but that country's president tonight saying he will remain in custody there. And of course, Abrego Garcia's family insists he is not a gang member. And Lindsay, the Supreme Court has said that the administration has to facilitate his release. But that federal appeals panel today, now the second lower court, to say the administration isn't doing that. Lindsay.
All right, Mary Bruce from the White House for us. Thank you. Now to the dramatic hijacking involving Americans in the Central American country of Belize. Police say an American citizen hijacked a small plane at knife point. Here's ABC's Matt Rivers.
Tonight, the dramatic scene on a runway in Belize. Passengers running away from a small plane as authorities with guns race toward it.